Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to another Pass the Salt with Zorpox.
And Grim.
Yes. So, so we back after 3 months. Well, this is what YouTube is showing me right now. We have been away 3 months from since the last Pass the Salt. All right. The channel birthday went on March the 3rd, so we just want to say happy belated birthday to the channel, right? Yeah, going strong. Any thoughts?
Well, then, it's been what, how many years now? We're doing this?
Probably about 4 to 5 years. Wait, 5 years? 5 years? It's 5 years. It's 2019. We start this thing.
Shucks, that's a while.
Yes, 2019 we start this thing. So yeah, it's 5 years now. We doing this thing, and boy, that thing passed like a blink of an eye, right?
Well, the thing is too, I mean, I think, yeah, we did it, what, 2019,
Yep.
just before COVID. Well, I would say just before COVID because it was like
Nah,
March.
yeah, it was March. Yeah, it's March.
Right,
So it
so,
was ways before COVID,
yeah. So,
right? Oh yeah, I just want to do a special shout out to English Biscuit. Yeah. Look out for the ants on the wall with the eggs. Believe me, that person will know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, shout out to you. You know, there's always listen to Pasty, so there's always tell me, there's listen to it. Yeah?
okay,
So we have a
cool.
fan here. Alright, so Grim, what's on the agenda tonight? We have no agenda, so we just freestyling it.
Yeah, I say like we just shoot the shot. I
Yeah,
mean, we
yeah.
just float.
You know what? I always picture us like we Brooklyn by a stoop under a street light, just
Shooting dice.
freestyling. Nah, we ain't shooting. I was just gonna say we freestyling now.
Oh, okay.
So tell me you wanna start gambling now, you know? Okay, I wanna start gambling.
Oh, hell no.
Alright, cool. Alright.
Dude, I didn't even play like lottery and stuff like that.
Yeah, neither me. You know that thing rigged, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, rigged here. But yeah, so anyway, um so what's up? So what have you been doing for the past couple of months since the last Pass the Salt?
I took a little, break from everything. So I went to Texas, Conroe to be exact. Just relaxed a bit with family, friends. I guess when you're on vacation, you just do, as they say, nothing, and just try to relax. But you got to do a little bit of snooping around, seeing that I have the opportunity to go to like Walmart and like Target and other different
Yeah, don't forget Ollie's. Don't forget
all
Ollie's.
these like top tier with finding like deals and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
boy. I mean,
So,
where else you go find like Marvel Legends for like 5.99 and stuff? I mean, you wouldn't find it here.
yeah, it's like you literally could have $10 and you're walking away with like two figures. I mean,
Right, nice. So
like
wait,
decent figures. So,
let me just take this opportunity, Grim, to just say shout out to Grim for getting that RC Bumblebee movie Transformer film. Yeah,
yeah, that's
you
what I'm
guys,
saying though.
yeah. For you guys out there, you know the Bumblebee movie, right? The RC that you just happen to just see in the background. I like that figure so much. So yeah, shout out to Grim. Shout out to you, bro. Yep.
Dude, I'm not gonna like it. We found that figure. We were searching a while for that, right? And we found that in the middle of nowhere.
Wow, look at that.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I dropped the ball on a lot of stuff because I should have like filmed certain aspects of it,
Bro,
but I was so disconnected
you
from
should
my phone.
have, that's what I'm saying, you should have your camera on you all the time
Yeah.
just to go in these places to put content. 60 seconds and we have a short, bro. Grim, we
No,
had a
because check
short.
this out, right? I went on a little bit of a toy hunt because remember I told you that I would, this year I was kind of like moving away from like Gundam stuff, kits, bubble kits and stuff like that, unless like something extreme comes out, right? So basically, I was like, you know what? Last year I got the Hudson. I was like, boom. Okay, let me expand on my gargoyle universe a little bit. So as soon as I landed into Houston, straight from the airport, we stopped off in a Walmart nearby, and boom, I picked up Bronx, right? Shortly after that, I went to a Target and I got Brooklyn as well as Lexington in one shot. Oh no, sorry. And then yeah, in one shot. Then on circling back probably like a few days later, went back to the same Walmart and I picked up the Xanatos in the mech suit. Right? So it was like every then after that, okay, well my brother he picked up Broadway from me as well as no sorry he picked up Broadway and Brooklyn for me, right? I got Lexington and Xanatos in a Target in Magnolia, to be exact.
Okay.
Because Magnolia, for whatever reason in Magnolia in the Target up there, they are always spot on and getting like certain stuff like that. Around Conroe, there is like a Walmart and a Target in Conroe, but usually it's like you don't really get nothing, grand there. If you know what I mean? Because I was even looking for like some SH figures, like Dragon Ball Z stuff, and for the love of Christ, I didn't see none in any like Walmart or Walmart or Target at all. So it was like I guess certain Walmarts and certain areas and in certain states, I guess, they get certain things, if you know what I mean. But anyway, but Magnolia, Target, for whatever reason, you get a lot of decent stuff. So that was kind of like big, like, so by the end of it, I got every goggle that I really wanted. The only like things in the goggle line I would love to actually get is probably the Cold Stone, maybe the Bet would be great, and maybe the Wild Pack, like certain members of the Wild Pack. Other than that, I think I'm good on the Gargoyle universe. I have the core gargoyles, and I'm happy with that, if you know what I mean. So that's good.
All right.
And then I also kind of dipped my toes a little bit into the G.I. Joe stuff as well. So I picked up the Snake Eyes as well as the Storm Shadow from the Snake Eyes movie.
Right.
Yeah. So I got that, like I said, in what you call them?
Target.
No, not Target. The other one.
Walmart.
No, not Walmart. The other one.
Ollie's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, remember you told me you got that.
Like I said, I got those like for steal of a deal. I mean, like literally, like I think it was like $4 for one I paid. Well, taxes included. Excluded from that. So, I mean, other than that, it's like $10. If you know, I mean, you pay for that, like 9 something, whatever. But that was actually pretty decent. Like going like different places, especially like Huntsville. Oh my goodness, dude. So, like that's where I saw the Tiddles in Time from NECA.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I should say Tiddles in Time, but the Back in Time Tiddles basically in the samurai outfits, and they had all 4. I was like, shucks. But at that point in time, I was totally, you're done with spending them basically, because I also kind of bought something a little extravagant, but I mean, I don't want to reveal it yet. Maybe hopefully I'll get it before the year is done because it's a pre-order, but we'll see. We'll see if I get it.
All right. So I just want to touch on some stuff, some TV shows that came out late last year that we didn't even get a chance to discuss. Now I know we touched on Echo, but after seeing the whole series, what was your thoughts on Echo?
Okay, it started off pretty good, right? Like I said, to me, I'll be honest with you, the Echo character was actually a very interesting character, right? And I love the way how they wrote her in, I believe it was in Hawkeye. She premiered in Hawkeye, like in the live action, that is. But I don't know, it's just, I think they reached a little too far. You know what I mean? They had an Icarus moment, and basically they flew a little too close to the sun, coming down to the ending of it.
Boy, well, here, let me tell you something. You just jogged my memory a little bit there when it come into Echo. Now, it had certain things about it that I didn't like. I mean, now the thing is, I haven't seen this since last year, and I didn't even bother to like go back and watch it because
me neither.
That's just how it is with Disney Plus these days. But it has something that they have now that I don't mind going and watch multiple times, but we will get to that soon. And I think you know what I'm talking about.
Here's the problem with Disney, and I hope that they're making corrections behind the scenes, and stuff like that. But they they're a little too woke. I mean, it kind of it's not even funny no more. It's like okay, there's certain jokes that they're making, and it's like, dude, like there's no need for certain aspects. You know what I mean, so it's like I kind of you're kind of tired with it because it's like it's total brain rot sometimes watching these
Yeah,
things.
kind of tired. I totally over it now. All right, but as I say, it have this one little shining light that's showing currently that I'm hoping they just don't mess up, but we'll see. But back to Echo though. Just a few things, like for instance, I don't know how well you remember it, but yeah, you have a bone to pick with Kingpin and stuff like that. You're going back to the people you love, and you willing to turn that whole tongue upside down, and you don't care about the people that it will affect, especially your family, right? Oh, you remember that part, right? Remember that part of the story? Yeah. And I know that she felt hurt that her grandmother didn't check up on her while she was in the big city and stuff. I could understand her, but I find she come across so callous.
Well, I guess in certain aspects, because remember it's okay, like her mom, her mom basically died because of her dad. Grandmother was kind of grieving on that whole factor, so she kind of lost, I guess, a connection with her grandmother because of that, right? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
but how
I kind of that whole aspect of it,
me
right?
that is it. I don't understand that whole aspect of that. I mean, that is your granddaughter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Just because the
sometimes,
mother died, that is even more instance for you to try and galvanize that child, especially if you know she going in an environment that not very, very good.
yeah, but
So
in some cases, okay, like let's just say for instance this, right? Not to say that I'm trying to pick up for the show or anything like that, but what if in her cases that every time she looks at the granddaughter, she's reminded of the situation?
yeah, but
Not to say
that
that
is not
they
a
put it that way or any kind of thing like that, but
that is not a bad thing. Your daughter didn't do anything wrong, and sure as hell the grandchild didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't her fault.
well,
So that
I don't
is
know. Some situations sometimes play off like that in real life. I mean, so I mean, it happens. I mean,
I
it's not a rare thing or whatever. That oh, I shouldn't say it's not a common thing, but I mean, it happens. So I can't really fault them for that storyline. But what I think that where that show suffers is the ending. It felt rush,
everything in
and
Disney Plus
the world that they
feels
tried to build,
feels rushed.
it felt like it started to crumble.
All right, and I don't know if they're getting AI to really write these things, because I know there's a joke now that they're getting AI to write these things. AI or interns that not really up to scratch to write these shows.
Well, it was. I believe it was admitted that a lot of like studios shoot did the whole AI like chat GBT
Oh,
to
right, right,
write script.
right.
So
Because the strike was going on all
yeah,
then and stuff, I believe, right? Yeah.
yeah. So if there may be some sort of truth behind that because I mean, chat GBT is actually a popping thing where even college students are using it to like write dissertations and all different sorts of shit like that. But and I mean, it can happen, dude. I mean, because look at, for instance, they actually have like, AI generated, voices now, whereby they could literally like, take your character and make you say anything that they feel they make you want to say.
Well,
I mean,
take
so
your character, taking your voice and making you sound like
yeah,
you're
like
talking to somebody.
your whole
Yeah.
being. I mean, like I said, your character, dude. I mean,
Right.
so at the end of the day, Judd, is things are kind of getting kind of interesting, but at the same time, I mean, you can't replace a human connection with a lot of things. Like for instance, this whole thing about like, oh, they can replace because they have artificial intelligence. No, dude, you can't. There's one thing you could never replace, and that's, they always say that there will always be a need for a man on a battlefield, regardless of anything, and that goes across the board with a lot of things. So come see it. It's like at the end of the day, it's like
Well, boy, after watching Terminator,
no
I'm not too
shoot.
sure about
Yeah.
that no more, yes, boy. You really need a man on the
Well, it all
battlefield.
depends on how good the technology gets. But
Yeah,
the thing
they,
is that
yeah, the
emotion is
robots.
something that is always needed. I mean,
I'm not saying no, but the way they're thinking, machines are a little bit more efficient now, and they don't care about the human element anymore.
no, because at the end of the day, I mean, a machine will make money. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't have to pay a machine. You just might have to service it every so
Yeah,
often, but
and you don't have to deal with how it
up to a
feeling
break.
or if I wake
Exactly.
up in the morning and then drink the coffee and stuff like that. Not to say I condoning it, but that's just how some people think. But anyway, back to Echo. Yeah, well, the fight scenes and thing was pretty good. It had a few things in it that it didn't make much sense to me. Like for instance, when she was fighting the thugs, I think inside the disco hall, the roller rink or wherever they were in.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, you want to show how great this character is. Now she fighting multiple guys with guns. To me, it would make more sense if she disarmed the guy with the gun and used the gun. She didn't do that. She just what? I think she threw some guy through the wall and she land on top of him or something.
Dude, I'll be honest with you.
I mean, it would have, you
I
do remember?
didn't even do a deep
I
dive because, like I said, that's coming down to the end. Is like when I started to lose interest in the show.
well, me, I started to lose interest with certain things. Like for instance, that you have a gun, you have guys with guns. Use the guns to take out the rest of the guys. You know, I don't know. I always think like when somebody writing a story, they should put themselves in that person's shoes. At least to have an idea how they would react.
But quick question: let me ask you something. Did you get Punisher vibes like in the beginning? Like
Punisher.
female Punisher? Yeah, female
Well,
Punisher.
yeah, basically, yeah, that's her archetype. Yeah, her no superpowers. You could fight. You will use weapons. So yeah, you'll it's either Batman or Punisher in that way.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it is like you're doing so good, and then all of a sudden it's like just like a freaking plane crash happened, and it's like okay, cool, let's just scramble and try to pick up the pieces, and the whatever pieces they try to put together, it ended up being that freaking jigsaw, and it's like
Well,
okay, well, yeah, okay, it works, and that's how the thing is that I'll be honest with you, writing on the whole in Hollywood right now is very, very, very lackadaisical.
no,
Nobody cares.
but have
Uh,
good writers out there. You just have to seek them out, right?
Well,
But
that's the thing about it. But the thing is that we don't. You see, the whole thing about Hollywood is that it's always like a favor and who knows you and blah blah blah. Yeah, and
it's
those
not
kind of
only that
yeah.
too. You know what it is about? These executives and them have these. They just have like these ideas that they want to push on the audience, and the ideas don't work. It's not working.
Well, that's the thing. Not only that too. It's like okay, it's like oh, who's popular right now? It's like oh, this guy. Okay, we want him to be this character. It's like
Well, right.
why?
That's what I'm saying. The executives pushing their idea on this thing, right? And it's not working. Um,
Hmm.
they out of touch with the fan base. The fan base that make all these billions of dollars, you're not listening to them. And that's how they're
Dude,
feeling.
we do not breathe the same air as these people. They do not care.
Well, hear what?
I mean,
They better take off the gas mask and start inhaling what we inhaling. Because they're feeling. They're feeling.
no, that's the thing about it. But the thing is that us as the consumers, what we have to start doing now is boycotting a lot of stuff. Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna play off my nostalgia and dive on to something like okay, like for instance, Ghostbusters, and I hate to say it, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me a third time, shame on me, dude. I mean, we keep on going and going to these freaking movies, and then we come online and we hated this, and we hated, dude. We actually need to band together and be like, okay, cool. You know what? You guys doing this way? Okay, cool. Here's what. Nobody goes to see a movie. Look what people did to Madam Web, dude. Look what the internet did to Madam Web, right?
I'm more think is what Madam Web did to Madam Web.
Well, the thing is that Madam Web was so terrible, nobody went to see it. Literally, nobody went to see it, and it was good that nobody went to see it because it was complete garbage.
Oh yes, yes, yes. You wanna go? All right. So let me just finish off on Echo before we tackle Madam Web.
Okay.
Right. Closing remarks on Echo.
Like I said, it was good to a certain point, and then they just got lost in the sauce.
Boy, I telling you, when I see that ending part for real, no, it had a. Oh my gosh, I should have taken notes with this thing. There was a part she when she got her outfit, right? I find that part, to me, it didn't make any sense whatsoever, and I actually sat down and I thought about how they could have probably rewrite that part to make it make a little bit more sense, but I forgot it. So that was since that last year, you know. But that last part when the granny and the sister was fighting and thing, that was even necessary, you know.
You know what's funny? That part made it. I'll be honest with you. It went from a rated. It had a rated R. What you call it, right? To me, it went from being rated R to rated PG-13. That's how I felt at that ending. It just felt comical, and not in the sense whereby yes, it's a comic, it's based off a comic or whatever, but it just felt comical. And like I said, I like that character. It's not to say I'm hating on that character. That character was actually one of the most decent characters out in the whole Hawkeye, or whatever that Hawkeye crap garbage was. I mean,
And you know, that's the thing, huh? I was thinking about this the other day. You see characters like Echo that some fans and casuals don't know about. Have a Disney Plus series for them, right?
dude, you know one movie that I'm looking forward to, and I hope they're still gonna make it, is Blade. Right?
Well, I don't know if that up in here. I don't know nothing
Well, that's the thing.
about that.
We don't know because first you hear it's on, and then first you hear it's off, on off, and so we don't know, right?
You'll see.
So again, I don't know what's going on,
Like-
but that's a character I would say that's very very dear and near to a lot of people. So if they screw it up, I mean,
Look like for instance the Marvels. When I saw that, I think I spoke to my friend and I told them, I was like, this should have been a Disney Plus series. Give me 8 episodes of this. Why spend all this money for this bomb to be in the cinemas? Episodes. That is it. Keep the
like you said-
A-listers. Keep the A-listers as movies. You'll get huge draws for the A-listers, the A-listing heroes. You see the B-listers and the C-listers and stuff. If you want to tell the origin story, do it on a Disney Plus. Give me 5 or 6 solid episodes, right? For the casuals and all of those who like that kind of thing to be told again, or to, you know, this personal origin story. But not Marvel, right? First of all, nobody don't like Brie Larson. The Kamala Khan Disney Plus show was meh at best, right? It have a lot of people I spoke to, casuals, had to force their way to watch that, you know, force through the episodes because it wasn't interesting. It wasn't that interesting, right? And then we don't know nothing about Monica Rambeau. Well, a lot of the casuals don't know anything about Monica Rambeau. So why risk making a movie with these 3 characters? Solid 6-7 episodes, Disney Plus. There we go. And write them properly, please. At least try to.
I don't know, dude. Like for instance, you know what? I would always say that we probably saw a big like superhero. I don't mean this. This might sound kind of sexist, right? But you know that part of Avengers Endgame where all the girls teamed up together
Yo,
and they
that
were,
felt so forced. That felt
but at
so
the end of the
forced.
day, everybody was like, "Woo!" Like especially like if you're in the cinema like watching and like that part, especially okay, that whole girl power scene.
Nah, nah, nah. Let me tell you.
I don't want to say that it went to that one part like generated in the movies like that
Bro,
people just went thing and they were like, you know what, we need to have more women empowerment in movies and women do
bro.
it.
I hear you. I hear you 100%. But in my perspective, when I went to see that movie in the cinema and that part came up, the whole cinema was quiet. Right? I didn't even hear a woman scream out, "Woo! Girl power, yay!" I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Right? It felt too forced. Right? And this thing where they're saying they want strong women. We grew up watching strong women. These people is we forgetting Xena. Bro, you remember in primary school it had a fellow who was pretending to be Xena every lunchtime? You remember that guy?
Yeah, well, he was
Yeah.
a kind of weird,
He was a
but
weirdo, but still, his hero was Xena. They were out there. What about Ripley from Predator? Right?
well, Ripley from Predator is
No, sorry, Alien. Oh my gosh. Oh my word. Good. You think you'll get any? Well, actually, you think you'll get any nerds to correct
yeah,
us?
well,
I corrected
but
myself.
yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, for instance, those characters are
Well
actually
said,
pretty
lad.
cool.
Well
You know what I
said,
mean?
lad.
Like,
It had so
I'll
many.
be honest with you, Sigourney Weaver, I'll be honest with you, is one of the biggest action heroes of my, like, for me, that is. It's like, dude, she was like in Ghostbusters. I mean, she was in Alien. She was in a lot of other stuff. And, like, but like, even like Jamie Lee Curtis, who was in, like, wait, what you call it?
And
With that other guy, Michael, whatever that show was. That horrible movie was. So, I mean, but like
but
I
you
said,
know,
I'm
and
butchering
that's the thing.
stuff right now, but I don't care.
Even though they weren't spearheading the show, it had very strong female characters in the show.
Yeah,
Very strong female characters in the
so
show.
that's the thing about this. Like, and not only that, there are a lot of powerful women in comics.
Of course.
I mean, so it's not like
But I
say,
don't
like,
mean but I don't mean that they need to
and not
to
every
head a
guy on
movie.
freaking
Not
planet
every
is
yeah.
a sexist. You know what I mean?
That's the thing is that don't mean that everybody that they need to spearhead a movie. They're strong, yeah. But
Don't
does
get
it
me
have
wrong.
enough interest in them for them to like really star in a movie?
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. The thing is that yes, way back in the day, characters like Lucy Lawless probably didn't get paid as much as Kevin Sorbo. Let's be real, right? There are probably a lot of actresses who never probably got paid as their male counterpart back in the day. And yes, that is freaking wrong to the freaking T. You know what I mean? But dude, it's like, are you gonna punish an entire generation or feed an entire generation filth, right? Because you believe that you were wrong and you want to rewrite things the way how it should, you think it should be on your end. I mean, it's weird. Don't get me wrong. I know there's multiverses, and don't get me wrong. What's actually kind of cool is that Marvel's actually cleaning up all the garbage takes and stuff like that, like their mistakes.
I hope
With
so.
especially with the Deadpool movie, they want to try to supposedly like rewrite stuff or whatever. Okay, that's cool. I mean, but dude, it's like you just want to watch a movie and relax sometimes. It's like, okay, a movie, okay, you're doing a comic book movie. Basically, it's like you're watching a live action comic, right? How the Superman can be gay? Just saying a reference. I mean, a character that never had like history of being gay, whatever. And this we're not talking about like characters that are like, oh 5 years or we talking about characters that literally could legally drink in America, right? And you want to change their gender or change their race to suit your take on stuff?
Yeah, and
No,
that's the
dude.
thing,
No.
and as you said that the whole King Grayskull thing being black and these new He-Man Netflix shows really
Uh,
not doing anything for me.
no, but dude, that's the thing. I'm black. At the end of the day,
It,
I'm black.
I when they
It's
say they want the diversity thing, but making the character black, not going on, change things
no, it's like,
that
dude,
the
I'll be
way
honest with
that
you.
they already are. They're not going
You
to
know what was
change
a big
anything.
deal to me? It was a big deal.
Yeah, but
I love the Fantastic Four. When Michael B. Jordan, I like Michael B. Jordan as an actor. You know what I mean? But to me, I'll be honest with you, what was the justification of actually making him Johnny Storm?
they wanted diversity. Remember, they made the father black in it. Remember?
Okay, but dude, does it add anything? Does it take away from the story? It doesn't add anything to the story.
But
It doesn't change how I feel about
bro,
the movie. The
it, it
movie was garbage.
it not gonna change nothing in real life.
Exactly. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like Michael B. Jordan was popping at the time, and you decided. Oh, not only that too, he had connections to the I think the director because he did a movie with him before, if I'm not mistaken, other superhero movie thing or whatever. I can't remember the name of the movie right now,
I
but
don't know. I don't know. I don't follow that guy that close.
yeah, but no, basically that was his whole link to to becoming Johnny Storms in the first freaking place is because
Okay.
I believe he got it through the director of the thing of the movie or whatever from before. I forgot the name of it, but it was a superhero movie or it was a movie about superpowers.
Okay. Oh, I remember the movie. It was when the teenagers got the telekinetic powers.
Yeah, and they're flying all
Yeah,
over kind
boy.
of yes.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember it now. I forget the name of it though.
I forget the name of it. It wasn't memorable, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
He
I
died.
don't know,
He
Jeff.
died stupid though. You remember? He was
Yeah,
flying, and the nerdy guy who was the strongest one, he conjure electricity and he shock him and he fall to his death. I can't remember the name of the movie though.
it's like that movie was trying to be like a Japanese anime, like Akira, and it failed miserably. I can't remember the name of the movie right now, but like I said, that's what I always remember from it. It was like it's trying to be Akira. I just left it as that. Right?
All right, so okay, some of the movies I wanted to talk about. We wanted to talk about the Revelations. We could touch on the He-Man. We thought about a Netflix cartoon.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I have no desire to watch it.
Oh yes, see it
I
yet?
I've never seen it.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Like some of the figures look cool for it, but I have no intentions of watching that.
All right. Well,
No, I will.
I watched it. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I didn't pick up any woke things from it, so you could give it a whirl. You know?
Maybe if I'm
Uh,
bored.
yeah. Um. What else? What about that new Avatar live
Dude,
action?
that was actually sick. I actually enjoyed it. You know what's funny? There's a history of live actions, well, in live action anime adaptations, they usually failed. You imagine there was a Gundam one at one point in time, but nobody knows about it.
Okay.
You know, okay, the Attack on Titan ones, total garbage. Don't go towards the storyline. The Samurai X ones were all right. That was passable, right? Wasn't really all that, but it was passable, right? Again, but that was also nostalgia as well for a lot of people because a lot of people was like really into that anime, right? There's quite a number. There's like, dude, the Cowboy Bebop. Oh my goodness, that was so much garbage. That was I actually would just watch probably about
The I
5 minutes
heard
of it.
I heard the One Piece was good. I'm not sure.
Yeah, One Piece was actually, you know, I've never watched One Piece like the anime or whatever, but I'll be honest with you, it's too much episodes. I don't have the time to actually sit down to actually watch that. But surprisingly, for the Netflix one, it was actually enjoyable. For like as a person who never actually sat down to watch a One Piece episode, I found it interesting, and I would actually want to see like a part two of it.
Alright, well, I watched one episode of that Avatar Netflix and I switched to the cartoon, to be quite honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um,
No, but I'll say it actually was pretty decent. I mean,
alright.
none could ever beat the original, but it was actually pretty decent. I liked it.
Alright, cool. What else was out there that we saw? Um, well, see, I don't know here.
Well, unless you want to go and talk about that garbage abomination that they did the other day,
What's that?
Madam Web.
Oh yeah, we had to touch on Madam Web. Alright, where to begin? Where you wanna go? This story was total trash. You start with that?
Okay,
It was
I
boring.
didn't. It was just, you know, when there was you was never supposed to something was never supposed to see the light of day. That was that movie.
But
I think that was more. I think that was probably more, they needed the bad girl treatment.
boy, I
They
tell
dropped.
you,
They really dropped the ball on that.
I don't know.
Sorry to say that.
You know what? You know what? Grim, I will be positive. Okay. So the way how I think about things like this is that people need jobs. The economy must flow. So we making movies so people could provide for their families, right? So yeah.
Listen, stop playing the tiny violin. Really, stop it.
No, but I telling you.
All right, dude, that was a waste of time. That movie needs to be shut down. That should have never seen the daylight, and that's an embarrassment on Marvel as well as Fox's part.
Sony.
Well, Sony or whatever. But the other day, it was terrible.
Yeah,
That
but
was, I'll be honest with you, that was literally like you know, like a bag of on fire.
bro, that
And
I you know, all right, a question, right? You saw the whole thing, right?
yeah,
Right.
sadly.
Let me ask you a question. I did not. I was zoning in and out of the movie. There were a few things I just wanna ask. How did that guy know? Because his suit looked like Spider-Man, right? It looked like something Spider-Man-esque. How he knew to make his suit like that when it have no Spider-Man reference?
Again, I would say this. It was just a steaming pile of dough lit on fire, right? And it should have never seen the light of day. I don't even want to try to understand that movie. Maybe let's put it that way.
They even explain how them young ladies going to get the powers in the future to supposedly kill this guy.
No, they didn't do anything of the sort.
Everybody knew that the baby name was Peter. Why they just couldn't mention? No, they couldn't mention the baby name, right? It's Peter, but we know who it was, right? Why they couldn't mention May? Because his Uncle Ben, right? Is May Parker you would have meet, right? All right, okay. So is why it was this huge secret? I mean, I don't know. You could have just mentioned this, but why again? Why they didn't want anything? Why they didn't want it to relate to like the Marvel universe that currently happening now? Why they try to make it a standalone thing? They thought it would have been a success. Anybody knew who Madam Web was?
Well, if nobody ever knew, well,
But
I
that's
mean,
the thing.
at least
That's the thing, right? If you didn't watch the 90s Spider-Man cartoon to at least get a somewhat idea of who Madam Web was, or you was reading the comics, who your audience was to come and see this? Again, you just throw a bunch of women in a movie and yeah, we making $1 billion.
that's the thing about this.
That's what
Like,
they
okay,
thinking.
the actresses were were actually pretty. I'll be honest with you. I did like what's her name, Sweetie,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever. The girl
yeah,
from Euphoria.
yeah. Everybody like
Everybody was
Sweeney.
like,
Everybody want like that girl.
everybody. No, don't get me wrong. Everybody was hot. I mean, I doubt
No, but
they were pretty, but
everybody was good looking, yeah.
yeah.
But they was
But
talking
it's
about
like,
Sweeney more than anything, you know. Really wasn't talking about the rest of the girls. Everybody was talking about Sweeney.
yeah,
And
because
you know, I didn't realize.
Sweetie's a sweetie. You know what I mean? But it's like,
You know what I didn't realize? The Latina girl was from Transformers.
really?
The last night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the underage girl Michael Bay had running with her kind of boobs swinging, wherever she had at the time swinging. Is the
Okay.
same chick. She just grew up a little older. No,
Okay.
Michael Bay is a kind of you're on a different level. But yeah,
I
but
think a
yeah,
lot of people in Hollywood are on a different level.
that
Like I
is
said,
true.
we don't breathe the same air, dude. But
That is
anyway,
true.
no,
But
but even like the other girl, the black girl, right? She was like first time I think I saw her acting was in Ghostbusters Afterlife.
oh crap, she was the chicken Afterlife. I knew her face looked familiar. You know?
Yeah.
Right, right,
She's
and
also in Frozen Empire as well.
right, and she caused most of the problems in that bloody movie too.
Well,
You
technically she
realize
did the
that,
same
right?
thing again in the other one as well in Frozen Empire.
Oh, she caused more problems in that too.
Well, kinda.
All right, we'll just sell it out. Wow. You think that is part of our contract, or just write me as the troublemaker in the movie, or the
She
person to
wasn't
cause
really
certain stuff?
she wasn't really like the troublemaker, but basically, let's just put it this way, and on the her watch.
Right. Understood. Okay. All right. Well. Talk to me. We winging it tonight.
Um, Godzilla was. Yeah, have you seen the Monarch episodes?
Nah, I watch that yet neither.
Okay, like for instance, they're linking it to the monster universe
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff like that.
I
So
heard that.
I didn't really have a problem with it. It was kind of interesting
Right.
with the
Right.
storyline and plot that they had. Well, the plot that they had to it. So I enjoyed it, right? And it put a lot of things into perspective with the monsterverse that they're trying to build.
Right.
So, like for instance, I would say before you watch the new one, I would suggest probably watching, watch the episodes of Monarch, and you'll kind of get a certain aspect of like what's going on, basically how come the monsters are, as I say, so old
Right.
and stuff like that. So it's like, it kind of like tells you of what's going on with the whole Earth situation, and like
Right.
what goes on there and stuff like that. So like when you watch the new one, I saw the new one late yesterday, right? So it's like I gotta, it was actually kind of, even though if you don't watch Monarch and you just watch that, you will notice like you would see certain things like this. That movie and all too, I think was rushed because it was only like it was under 2 hours.
Okay.
So I mean, but like I said, what saved that show was the fact that Monarch came out. So it filled in like certain gaps that needed to be explained.
Right. And that's the thing. That's the thing I'm talking about, right? Why is it necessary to have something leading into something? Can't they just tell a story, a good enough story that you don't need to watch something prior to filling the gaps with what's going on now? Suppose the person don't have that time and they just want to sit down and watch a good monster movie, you know?
Well, yeah, they should have probably had maybe like
Yeah.
uh, as I say, introduction whereby they
So you
kind of
leaving so
felt certain events,
so
but
you might leave the movie stating, well, thinking, well, how come they didn't explain so and so, or so, you know? It depends on the type of person, right? Not everybody will think like that, but there are some people will, well, I guess, it is what it is.
well, like I said, at the end of the day, what we need to do is band together and be like, we're not gonna watch this movie. I mean, but At the end of the day,
It wasn't bad though,
yeah.
cause I wanna go and see it.
Well, it's like, for instance, right? You see what's happening with Apple right now?
No.
Where Apple's basically getting sued by the U.S. government.
Oh damn.
It's Hollywood is kind of like that, right? So it's like, and the thing is, it's funny. For you to watch Monarch, you literally have to be, you have to have an Apple subscription to watch it. So you probably might not watch it for that, but I was able to watch it, and like I said, it was decentish. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. There's a lot of cheesy stuff in it,
Yeah,
but at
but
the end of the day,
don't worry
it
about
added
it.
to the story.
It have other streaming services. I'm sure they will have it. You know, these people
Yeah,
they're
maybe
moving
because
relentless now. So yeah. What about action figures? Anything new?
well, like I said, I picked up well, I believe all the goggles that I wanted at the moment.
Right.
So that was achievable. I have something on the way that I wanted from the first time I saw it. I was able to get a place in the pre-order slot at BBTS, Kettle BBTS. You're not sponsoring us, but we buy from you guys. Just letting you guys know. Um, yeah, so I'm waiting on that to come in, and then, well, like I said, I started to get into the whole GI Joe stuff. I'm really leaning towards getting, or I should say, upgrading a Snake Eyes that I have to that Mezco Snake Eyes, or that Snake Eyes that I told you of, that third party Snake Eyes.
Right. Right. I think it's TW.
Yeah, yeah, that is a decent actual Snake Eyes that's like under $100. So that seems, it's nice. And I do would love to actually get, you can't get a Snake Eyes without having a Storm Shadow. So
Oh, right. I'm glad you bring that up. When you say Storm, it remind me that Storm Collectibles. I heard today that Storm Collectibles losing the Mortal Kombat license.
really, that's
It's
messed
like
up.
it's like the license on pause. It's suspended at the moment, right? I don't know the particulars, but I realized it like they were trying to trickle out a few figures. The Shiva, a new Goro, a new Shao Kahn. But what about the other mainstay characters? What about Johnny Cage? What about Sonya Blade? What about Melina, Katana, Jade? You know, those three characters there, those three females is just a palette swap. So they tell me, oh, they couldn't do those. So what they're doing, right, is like Storm Collectibles just gathering license, and bit by bit they're just dropping things sporadically like that. I mean, oh gosh, finish our line now. At least try to finish our game. Some characters in our game. You know, look at what Jada
Well,
doing. Look
no,
at
but
what
that's the thing about it.
look.
That's like just like Apple. The thing is that who holds all the cards, right? Have the power. When you have all that power, and I mean, and especially it's like, oh, you just drop in, well, whatever you believe people should want or need
But
or
that's the
whatever.
thing.
I mean,
They
that's messed up.
Storm Collectibles don't have all the power, because what I'm saying is, look at what Jada doing. Jada doing a real great Street Fighter line right now, and they how many characters deep? Must be about 6 or 7 characters deep, and they show off the rest of the characters just recently
But
there.
my thing is this, right? If you're not doing anything with the IP, then give it to somebody that actually is willing to actually do things with it. I mean, that's my whole point.
Well,
It's
they will
like,
the owners don't care, you know. You paying them for that, you know. It's up to you to use it and make your customers happy and try to generate as much money as you can. Storm Collectibles all over the place. So, and not really
and
a
the thing
sad.
is that fighting games right now are, starting to get back popular, especially like with the newer generation, especially like on Twitch, stuff like that. So it's like, you know, you would actually try to probably make these things out and get them out because, dude, I'll be honest with you, fighting games are the literally core community or core property of arcades. It's like literally those were the machines that would always like had a crowd around them in the arcade.
But that's the
So it's
thing, no?
like,
No, you might be a hardcore gamer, but I don't mean you're a hardcore collector.
well,
No?
it's funny. I think a lot of people now are collecting, starting to collect, right? And which is good. I mean, it's always good, but I mean, the market is going to be saturated for a very long time with collecting stuff, especially right now, dude. Pre-orders right now are a waste of time. But the thing is that if you want something
Oh
in
my gosh.
particular,
Yes.
you need to pre-order.
You need to pre-order. Case
There's
and
massive
point.
cost of it.
Case and point. Storm Collectibles reading. I never I never saw that figure. I never saw that figure on sale. That crazy.
Yeah.
What is
Because
the
that's it.
purpose of a pre-order?
Well, that's the thing. The pre-orders like to ensure that you'd get it, but that's wrong. I'll be honest with you. That is freaking wrong now because the funny thing is, what that does, all that does is just once it hits the market, it blows up the price. And
Bro,
on the later end. So like when you finally get it, it's like, oh, for you to have it, you have to spend way over the
yeah.
asking
Let me
price.
tell you something. Now, you see eBay is a cesspool. You know why I say that? The Storm Collectibles Lucan. You're getting a dragon with him. His animality, the dragon.
Uh-huh.
You get the dragon and Lucan for $150. You know on eBay they're selling the Lucan alone for $160. Is these people insane? And I blame Storm Collectibles for this because you should make enough. And even if they sell out, re-release, please. Re-release. Let
Well,
other
dude.
collectors get a chance to get these things. Right? Then
Well,
you have
that
these
is,
these guys, these screwballs, whoever they are, right? They know okay, it's one run. I gonna and sell this now, I gonna and sell this for like 200 because I know it have people out there that will spend this money to get this because why? The company not making anymore. I think that's a crazy way of doing business, boy. Re-release it
yeah.
every now and again, you know, or make
Well, don't get me wrong. A lot of companies do upgrades and 2.0s
ah.
and all sorts of stuff like
I'm
that, right?
glad you bring that up. Yeah,
Especially like Hot Toys. Bandai does it like with Gundam and stuff like that.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
SH Figures is do it with the
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z stuff, Kamen Rider. You know, it have a Figma. Figma does do it too. Just do 2.0s.
Mm-hmm.
Do stuff like that. You know, and
Yeah,
that's the
because,
thing. And you know, it's the strange thing about that. And then the collectors that had the original will get angry. What you getting angry for? I didn't
well,
get
yeah.
it. This is my opportunity to get it. So what are you angry for?
No, but my thing is this, right? And then, don't get me wrong. It's kind of I'm not calling out anybody, but there are people in the in the space of collecting, especially online. Like for instance, like when their announcements and stuff like that, they'd be like, oh, this is garbage. I hate it. I don't think I'll pick it up. Um, Whatever. Boom, 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 and then all of a sudden, as soon as the release day hits and people start getting their thing, they're the first people with it online talking about it, saying how good it was and how amazing it is. And it's
Yeah,
like, you
yeah,
ask yourself the question sometimes, it's like, what the F? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I mean,
Because,
the
no,
FOMO, bro. The
you know
FOMO
what I
is
mean?
real. The FOMO is real.
No, it's kind of messed up. You know what I mean? It's always, you always hear that, especially, and they're like, oh, this is the best figure of the year. And it's crazy, and you're the one who's been eyeing it for the longest time, backing it and stuff like that. And like I said, look, for instance, I'm pre-ordering something right now. A lot of people have it already. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's cool. I mean, but I mean, there's always people like that. It's like, oh, I hate that shit. I hate it. And then all of a sudden it's like, you're the first guy that has it.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I don't know
what?
what's the purpose of that though. Well, other than the FOMO, but why you would do that though? Just keep quiet and just order your stuff.
I don't know. It is what it is. You know, as you said, FOMO or whatever.
Yeah. And then again, I'll always say have patience. Have patience when you're collecting. For all those collectors out there that listening to us.
Well,
Have
well,
patience.
sadly, I don't even listen to. I don't even listen to that
Bro,
because I'll be honest with you,
you
I'm
have to.
literally, a person that I'll be like, oh, I hate pre-order, and then all of a sudden, remember, I pre-ordered the Master Grade Extreme, right, Strike Freedom, and I told you, oh, I'm never gonna pre-order something ever again because it's all the drama, and look, I'm doing the same thing a year later, I'm doing the same thing.
I'm not pre-ordering. They should just have enough to facilitate for people who don't want to pre-order, you know. But if pre-orders selling out and you don't see the figure after that,
Well,
nonsense.
well, that's the thing about it. But you know what's funny? Sometimes you do see them because don't get me wrong, I'm starting to.
You know when you see them when the scalpers ready to sell the stuff.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about it. But you see, for instance, what figure that I see that's selling a lot on eBay? It's the that Christian Bale Hot Toys Batman. The I think it's the DX19.
I don't know. You had to describe that to me. I'm not really a Hot Toys guy.
Yeah, but it wasn't all that figure when you really think about it. Because you could get it like for I think like under $200 if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah. And like for instance, a lot of Star Wars Hot Toys figures apparently are very cheap.
Okay.
When you really think about it, it's like
I would like the vintage Stormtrooper, the original Stormtrooper. I think that would be the only Star Wars Hot Toys I really want.
and not only that too, it's like for instance, well not even Hot Toys, like there are a lot of like third party sellers now that I shouldn't say sellers, but like people who make stuff like
companies, yeah, and they're doing damn good work. Hey, all right, now that's the thing. I had to talk to you about that. Now, I remember that you were very excited for the 3-0 Snake Eyes and the Storm Shadow, so you're not crazy about those anymore, and they're reasonable.
Well, it's funny.
Enough.
I was kind of like waiting until Mexico dropped theirs.
Well,
and then be like watermelon pretty punch on the side, but I don't know. I'm mostly leaning towards the Mexico.
The Snake Eyes out though, so
yeah, I know, but
you should grab that. You should grab that.
Because not only that, it coming with timber, dude.
Yeah. You know, my favorite Snake Eyes is actually the one without timber.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the original black suit guy, not doing any ninjutsu anything yet. He's just a commando. That is my favorite.
Okay, right, yeah. Yeah, I know the version you're talking about.
Yeah, that's my favorite Snake Eyes. And Snake Eyes is not even my favorite G.I. Joe, but I like that version. And
I'll be honest with you, like back in the day, my favorite G.I. Joe was always Duke.
Duke, oh my gosh. You saw the Mexico Duke?
No, I haven't.
Right. I think I may be tempted to purchase that guy if he available.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. There are a lot of stuff that came out that probably if I saw in person, I'll probably buy it. Right, but I don't know. This year, my finger isn't itching that much like last year.
Right.
I was like, okay, well, I want to get this, I want to get this, I want to get this, I want to get this. I just pulled the shot and got all basically the goggles that I wanted or anything like that.
Right.
But I don't know. There are a little few gems here and there. Like for instance, okay, well they just announced the Hasbro Ghostbusters. You said like 3 to 4 inches or something like that.
Yeah, 3 and 3/4 inches O-ring GI Joe thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would actually be a decent copy, especially if you said that they're doing the active fit.
Yep.
So that'll be a decent
I
actual
mean,
buy. Because dude, I'll be honest with you.
you wanted to get the Mezco versions of those guys, and
Yeah,
I'm sure
that too.
this would be way cheaper than that.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm studying. Depending on how good it looks, it'll be like a decent set to have in the background. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So,
I don't mind. I don't mind getting them because I have the Diamond Select real Ghostbusters. Unfortunately, I didn't get Peter. I have everybody else except Peter, and I saw
Peter was
about it.
expensive at that point in time when you're trying to look for it.
No boy, you know, and there's the thing. I don't even want to talk about it, but I could have purchased him, but I skip on him, thinking that Diamond Select would have always had the license. But guess what? They lost the license. So those Peter Venkman figures going for, if you could find them, going for astronomical prices right now.
Oh yeah, like for instance, and also I think when you were collecting the titles as well, you kind of had some issues with that and also
Yeah,
the pricing.
yeah. I had to wait. That's why I say, to have patience. That's why I'm waiting for it. It may take longer, but you see the turtles in time. Turtles, I will
Dude,
get
like I
them.
said, they looked really good.
Yeah, I will get them individually.
Yeah, those twin packs look pretty good on the shelf, and they only have like literally just the 2 packs with like the two of them. Well, like the 4 of them. So it's like if somebody like was to go into the store and get it, they'll have to buy like all of them right there, and like that's a decent cop. But the thing is that like for instance, I'll be honest with you. Uh, well, you saw the Super 7 Green Ranger that Jimon picked up, right? And I believe he saw it in Target or
Wait. Hold up. He bought it?
No. What I mean, like he picked it up and like snapped a picture and sent it into the WhatsApp group.
You serious? Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay, I don't know. Well, he sent me it. I don't know I thought he probably sent it into the group.
Nah, he didn't send it in the group.
Dude, that looks so good. I was like,
why? And it didn't like the Hasbro version.
not really. The Super
Okay,
7
the
is
Super
like
7
it's like light years above that.
Okay. I ain't too crazy about some of Super 7 stuff right now.
Yeah, some of this stuff is like meh, but I'll be honest with you, they have been impressing me with a lot of stuff that they have. Like for instance, I like the Thundercat line that they did.
Right.
I know they're expensive like that, but I mean they have little gems like that they do that be like, damn, this looks good. And one of their lines is one of the IPs that they have is the Power Rangers, and I gotta say I like this stuff.
Well, how deep you going into that, bro?
Dude, I don't know. If I get one, I get one. If I don't get one, I mean, it's not the end of the world. But I do like this stuff. I mean, I'll say that much.
All right.
I'll be honest with you. If I had the choice, I'll probably like go for like the 3-0 Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Team.
Oh yeah, I think they were selling all of them on BBTS.
Yeah. Dude, I'll be honest with you. We need to stop like saying BBTS because they're not sponsoring us or anything like that.
BBTS?
Yeah, even though we buy a lot of stuff from them.
No, I will mention it. You don't know who listening and they
Yeah, no,
might
I'm only
want it,
joking. I'm only joking. That's we store.
Yeah.
That's the only store, dude.
I like, although I call eBay a cesspool, you could get some pretty cool things. You just had to look.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Is like it's not terrible. Like I like eBay, but like I said, you just have to know who to buy from because eBay can be shady like that.
Oh my word! And you really have to look around. They have good prices, but you have to look around.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about it.
A little too hard.
Because like I said, I picked up something like accessory for this thing that I like I said I pre-ordered, and it was actually pretty decent. I mean, I got it at a decent price. So it's like we shall see. You know what I mean?
I hope you're gonna do a review. I hope you're gonna.
Yeah. Believe me, I'll put the money down paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to.
That, yeah. All right. So anything else before we move on? We pass our hour right now. We wanna do.
Heads up, it's Water Wars. The new X-Men Water Wars collection with the coolest water weapons you've ever seen. Sentinel attacks X-Men. Return the wave jumper to the ship. Initiate the hydro disc launcher.
Fire! Fire!
Ah!
Let's finish him, X-Men! Throw mode on!
Release the deep sea dive chamber.
Blast him!
Detonate slam dunk catapult.
Do the wave, Sentinel. Cool.
The amazing new X-Men Water Wars. Playset and figures sold separately.
You've got the longest hair ever.
Totally hot, totally cool, totally hair Barbie. Comb it out, add some depth, gel it, scrunch it, now you're set. Make it fun, make it now. Hair so long, it's totally wow. Totally hair, totally hot, totally cool, totally hair Barbie. You've got something special. Wow.
Totally Hair Barbie doll has blonde or brunette hair down to her toes and comes with depth styling gel. Dolls each sold separately.
I don't know. Have you been playing like any video games lately, dude?
Nah, bro. I play no video games. All I doing is work and home.
Yeah, you know what's funny is like, I consider myself a gamer, if you know what I mean. I had like probably almost every console, right? Now I shouldn't say every console because I didn't have an Xbox or anything like that, and I bought my first ever Nintendo like Switch the other day. I bought the Wii from you. I played it like maybe 3 or 4 times.
Right, and it didn't have a Dreamcast either.
Yeah, I didn't have a Dreamcast, but anyway, I gave away my Wii, right? And then I eventually bought a Nintendo Switch last year. Played it for probably a month, and then gave it away to my niece.
Well, why are you going to do? I still want a Switch, so it's just time to really buy it.
No,
but if I buy it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going and play it, so it makes no sense. I prefer to have stuff on my computer and just run it from there.
Yeah, that's the thing about this. Like, I'm these days I'm slowly noticing that I'm leaving the console world. I'm going more into the PC side of streaming. Well, PC side of playing video games, especially on Steam and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it's like, dude, I'll be honest with you, it's like I can't remember the last time I actually turned on my PS4. I mean, and the thing is that I was like thinking about buying a PS5, and I was like, would I even play this?
Yeah, that's a very important question.
I mean, so it's like, I don't know. I mean, so I always was like wondered, like, I remember like you were like a arcade person, like you used to love going into arcades and stuff like that. It's like, do you actually like think that like gaming has become so personal that you become like antisocial to IRL?
Already have people antisocial without the gaming.
No, what I mean, like people, you know, like how like you need to go into arcade. It's like nowadays you don't really get that. Like arcades are not very popular in certain places.
Popular. It don't have any arcades anymore. From
No,
my
there
perspective.
are. For instance, like in Texas, there you get arcades and stuff like that. Right?
Dude, we not in Texas. We talking about here. No. It have no arcades here. It have like, nothing here, right? Everybody is consoles at home, and even if you go in an arcade, people not really sociable. They're just there to kick your butt, take your token, and get good. You know? Yeah. You might probably meet somebody there, yeah, but it's about games, really going there to like really socialize, you know. What, gamble? Yeah. No, they're gonna take your token. If they're better than you, they take the token.
You gamble. I was like, who taking my token?
You're damn right, they're taking your token. When they put their token in and they beat your tail, like is it there?
Oh,
your game done.
I miss arcades a bit though.
Yeah, I miss it too. But that arcades here is That is it. It's dead. Everybody have gaming consoles now. Everybody on PCs now. You know, they don't have any time for that anymore.
True. No.
And because of the pandemic, I think plenty of the even if it had arcades here before the pandemic, I think they would have died out by now. Because the pandemic hit real hard.
Oh yeah, true. A lot of places still feeling effects from that whole like, you know, thing that happened. So.
Boy, but well, I'm glad it still have a gaming scene in Texas. It still have a gaming scene in Japan because it still have arcades in Japan. That's like a culture over there. You go in the arcade and just play.
Dude, definitely. I'll be honest with you. We definitely had to hit up like Japan one day. In Japan review of like, you know, Akihabara and like, you know, Daiba, you know, and all different sorts of areas. Dude, that'll be actually kind of sick one day, hopefully. So.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. It's something to really work on, and yeah, a bucket list check off, for sure.
Yeah, definitely, dude. And definitely, we need to hit up like a few like New York Comic Con, you know, hit the con scenes up in the US. That'll be sick.
Yeah, that'll be nice. But I really want to go to those small cons, like in Ohio and Texas. You know, you just go there, and you don't necessarily have to plan to go to the con, but it will be real good if you just visit and a con taking place, so you could just go. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean. Because the cons down here, it's kind of like the same thing.
It's not cons. It's really cons.
Yeah. It's
really
just
cons.
Same. Okay, different names, same event, same people.
Yeah, boy. Same everything, boy. Oh my gosh.
Not to say I'm dogging anybody, like,
we're not dogging it, but it's a fact. Is a fact. Is the same sellers.
It's
every time.
Every time. It's
every time they're selling the same stuff.
And
all the time.
You think that's even sometimes the placement is the same?
They wasn't even selling comic books.
And it's like it's more like stuff all the time.
All the time. It's like they're only selling anime stuff all the time. Have some diversity, people. This is what we're fighting for. Diversity. Jeez. But boy,
I was like, that last one we went to, I was like,
yeah, and you know the real funny thing about it? They may have one or two people selling comic books, but they're real expensive.
Well, that's
like, dude, I'm not going to spend that amount of money on this book. It's best I download it from the web and read it on my tablet. But you know, sometimes you just want the physical book in your hand.
Yeah, well, that's the thing all the time.
Jeez.
I don't know. It's like everything is just. I hate to be like a Debbie Downer, but it's like everything just gone to. Dude.
A lot of stuff. All right. We are approaching the 1:15. Anything else?
I think we're pretty good. I think we went a little bit DC dark with a lot of stuff, but
yeah. I like this. I like this format. You know, we really like. We sitting down, we just hanging out, and whatever topics come on, we just talk about it. I love it. Pass the salt, people. Pass the salt. So, all right. I think that is it, right? That is it for this episode.
I think so. I think we, you know, we went a little good. We did good.
Yeah, we did good. So again, guys, be safe out there, and peace, love, and soul train, respect. You know it is. All right. Any last words? Well, I wouldn't make it so.
Oh, before I go, all right. Like I said, have you seen the Netflix Gundam's movie that they want to do?
It was Hathaway's Flash Part 2.
No. They actually doing like.
Okay.
Remember they were talking about like doing some live action Gundam thing.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. What
kind
happened
of
to it?
like. I was kind of interested, but then remember we were making jokes about like
Tom, Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland
Yeah, but
as or whatever. But
Amarillo.
anyway, whatever. But they actually did
Uh,
some run-ins for the Gundam and the Zaku. I don't know how to feel about the designs. The Zaku, you can see it's a Zaku,
right.
but the I forget what Gundam they call it, what name they call it, but I don't know. It just seems I don't know. It's like they're doing it to sell the model kit, but I don't know. I just not feeling it. The design,
Okay.
straight up. I don't know. Maybe it'd have to grow on me a bit, but someone like they'll hack the internet when they like, oh yeah, well yeah, I don't really like it, but then when it comes out, I was like, oh yeah, I love it. But anyway, no, I I don't know. I just not feeling it right now.
Okay.
It's not a design that I like, if you know what I mean.
All right. So, I could say peace, love, and soul train again, and we bust out. Or you have anything
Yeah,
else
yeah,
to?
yeah. I think that's it.
All right. You sure?
Positive.
All right. Closing statements before we bust out.
I have no closing statements.
All right. Peace, love, and cupcakes, guys. See you guys on the next one. Be safe out there and enjoy the Easter weekend. Most likely, this video will be after the Easter weekend. But yeah, enjoy the Easter weekend. All right. Zorpox
Grim.
out.
Be out.
Later.